Hello and welcome in political science class. This is Sumit Kumar Suryavanshi, and we already discussed few things in the last class. We discussed the importance of right with the two stories. One was the exploitation of the worker, and second was the related to the life of right of life when a person was in the jail for 54 years for the crime, but might be he's supposed to be in jail for 5 to 10 year, but he was in 54 year without the decision from without the judgment from the court. Today what we are going to discuss, we already discussed about the bill of rights, that what is bill of right. The list of the right mentioned and protected by the constitution is called bill of right. Already we discussed about the fundamental right in the Indian constitution, so I explained you what is fundamental right, why it is necessary, why it was put it into the Indian constitution. Also we discussed that fundamental right was having a background of the Indian national movement, and whenever we find exploitation from the British government, for that exploitation we we make a fundamental right, or with the fundamental right we try to remove that exploitation. Already we discussed about these things, also fundamental right in the Indian constitution. Today what we are going to discuss, we will discuss one by one all the rights deeply. The first one is right to equality. It's basically 14 to 18 article. It is written, first is in article 14, equality before the law, that everyone is equal before the law, whether it is rich, poor, or from any caste, religion, gender. On the behalf of caste, gender, religion, or on the behalf of rich, poor and community, law can't be create a discrimination. If you are doing some crime, everyone will get the equal punishment, whether he is a rich person, whether he is a poor, whether he is a Hindu, Muslim, or whether he is a male or female. So everyone is equal before the law. Second is article 15, prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religion, race, caste and place of the birth. The first is that everyone is equal before the law, but everyone is equal in the society also. No one can create a discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste and sex. कोई भी किसी के साथ किसी प्रकार का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं क्रिएट कर सकता रिलीजन, कास्ट एंड सेक्स के बिहाफ पे. द नेक्स्ट इज कनेक्टेड विद इट, इक्वल एक्सेस टू द शॉप, होटल, वेल, tank and bathing and guard. Basically what is the thing, according to the caste discrimination, the lower caste was not allowed to go in the certain place like well and parks and other. So that's why its law is particularly creating or mentioning the thing that everyone have access to the public spheres. Like if there is a park, everyone is allowed to go inside the park, whether he is from other religion, other race, other gender, doesn't matter. So everyone is equal, everyone have a equal right in the society, and everyone have a equal access on the public sources. Next is in article 16, basically talking about equality of opportunity in public employment, that everyone is equal, and if they want to work on a public field, so everyone have a equal opportunity to get the employment in public sphere, whether it is government or private, doesn't matter. But public employment is supposed to be basically mean here government, that every government job, in every government job everyone is equal. No one can create a discrimination in the government job. So for according to religion, caste and gender, so whatever the criteria is, that you have to give the exam, you have to pass the interview, it is equal for everyone. Yeah, I know that you have a question in mind, that how there is equality when there is a reservation. We will discuss about this also, but not right now. After the discussing all the right, we will discuss this kind of question also, that when we are saying that there is a equality and opportunity of the public employment, then why there is a reservation in the public sector or government sector. Article 17 is basically talking about abolition of the untouchability, that also if untouchability means, see, have a look on the picture. This picture is basically dealing with the untouchability, that all the students are sitting there, and that student is sitting singly alone here. Why? Because it is from lower caste, and that's supposed to be known and untouchable, that they don't supposed to touch anyone, they don't supposed to touch the wells from there, from the super class, upper class was drinking the water, so they don't supposed to mingle with the upper class. That was the ideal in the earlier time period, but laterly it changed. So and article 17 is basically written that abolishing the untouchability, that no one can create any discrimination according to the untouchability. जो अछूत का एक वर्ड you have heard about that कि उनको छूना नहीं चाहिए, उनके साथ खाना नहीं चाहिए, that is prohibited. That is basically no one can do according to the constitution, and that is the right on the article 17. Article 18 is basically talking about abolishing of the title, that lately in the British time period and also in the monarchy there was a idea of giving the title to the people, that particular person is known as that title. Like Akbar was also a title given by the people to the Akbar. According to that, kings and queen was giving the title, like Ravindranath was having a title, and during the non-corporation he gave back the title to the queen for the non-corporation protest. So certain title was giving from the government to create a supremacy of that person, but right now no one can take that kind of title. Yeah, if something someone is doing the well, the Indian government will give any kind of medals, like there are Ashok Chakra, Paramvir Chakra, but nothing like a title which will create a supremacy of the person. So because title was related to the supremacy of the person, that's why it is abolished, because all person are equal. So basically right to equality means everyone is equal before the law. No one can create a discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste and place. Also everyone have a equal access on the public spheres. Also everyone can get equal opportunity to employed in work in the government sector. No one can create a discrimination on the untouchability. Or abolition means basically prohibition, okay, and abolition of the title also. So this was our right of equality. Second law, basically we are talking about right to freedom. Right to freedom is basically 19 to 22. What is right to freedom? Protection of right, okay. First thing is, our first right is article 19 is talking about protection of right. So how it is talking about protection of right? Protection of right means freedom of speech and expression. The first is connected free speech and expression. What is speech and expression? That you have the right to speak for you. If someone is doing wrong with you, or if you are thinking that the government policy is against you, or if you want, whenever you are and wherever you are, if you are facing some kind of the problem or discrimination or any kind of issue, you have the right to speech. You can speak whatever is wrong. And expression means you can present your point of view related to particular topic. If anyone is exploiting you and you are just listening to them and just not doing anything, it's your fault, because you have the right to speech and expression. If anyone is doing wrong, you can split it out, you can speak it, you can explain it that this is the wrong thing and you can't do it. Like I have an example. If anyone is like saying that there is an example in the equality also. Let me take the example to explain the freedom. Like there was an example in a book that a person is saying the two person went to a hotel and they asked for the cup of tea. Then hotel manager asked the caste of both of them. Then he provided a nice cup for the person who was from upper class, and he provided a earthen cup for earthen cup for the person who was from the lower caste. So that time he have right to speak. He can actually not bear it that yes, okay, he given it, let me just drink it and I will eat. No, he have the right to speak and express. He can say that you are doing wrong, okay, this is not wrong, this is not good, you are creating a discrimination according to the caste system, and that is not good. He can speak in the front of the person also. He can speak in the all the people against the government. So basically right to speech and expression give you the right to present your point of view in front of government as well as in the social scenario. So that is basically we use with the media, okay. This is the role of media. Whenever we have to criticize the government, we will use the media. See, if you want to say something, or if you want to criticize the government, you can't criticize alone. So second point is related assembly peacefully. That if you want to if your view and expression is larger than individual perspective, so then what you will do, you can create an assembly peacefully, call people, and from association and you form association and union, and you can make an organization and union to for the same idea of the people. Like auto auto workers have their organizations, and also laborers have their union. Why they have? Because they know they, if something went wrong with one of them, they supposed to speak for it, they supposed to express their point of view, and for that they can do assembly. And with what they will do in assembly, they will make a organization or union which will fight for all them. So you have right to speech. For right to speech, you're supposed to need create assembly or maintain assembly, peaceful assembly. Second, for assembly you're supposed to need a union or association. Next is move freely through the territory of the India. Also, this is the right to freedom, that you have a right, you can move freely all over the India. It is not compulsory, that no one can bound you, that you just have to go there, and you can't go outside from Haryana. Right now they can bound. It's a lockdown time period. It's a disease, it's an emergency all over the nation, national emergency, which is related to disease. Because earlier we will discuss about the emergency also in the next chapter, when you will find out that emergency in international emergency, national emergency also always connected with this some political issue, but this time it is happening because of a disease. So yeah, they can stop you to move freely, because it's a rare time. But if the time is normal, everything will be all right after a few days, or it was all right before the few days. That time no one, government was not having right to stop you for moving somewhere. And the second thing is basically resident and settle in any part of the India, that you have a right, wherever you want to create a residence or home, you can build it and you can settle there. Practice any profession or carry any occupation and trade and business, you have the right, whatever profession you want to take you can take. Also you can, whatever occupation you want to follow you can follow. No one can force you that you're supposed to become a labor, you are not allowed to become a vakil. No, whatever profession you want to choose, you want to become a doctor, you want to become an advocate, you want to become a teacher, whatever profession you want to take you can take. So basically protection of right is basically talking about that you have a right of expression in your speech, you can create a peaceful assembly, you can make an organization there, you can move freely from one part to another part of India, there you can settle, make a residence, also choose some occupation. Next is basically protection in respect of convenient for offense. See, protection in respect of communication of offense means, if see, wherever you create a yeah, if this right will provide you a right, that you have a right to fight against, so not fight, but you can ask if there is a criminal, if yeah. Protection in respect of convenience for us offense means, if you done something wrong, or might be the police have something that you done something wrong, so they can't arrest you without a arrest warrant. And after the arrest warrant, they need to present you in the front of the judge within 24 hours. Right to life and personal liberty, this is also connected with the same. Right to life and personal liberty and protection is respected, kind of same. What is right to life and personal liberty? But liberty means freedom of thinking, that whatever is your thinking you can think. If you are thinking that there should be no gender discrimination, and in your home you are feeling that the female supposed to be get more power, they don't supposed to dress like the tradition was, they don't supposed to do the ghungat, it's your idea of thinking and you can follow it. The idea of freedom always supposed to mean that you supposed to follow your freedom without harming others' freedom. Okay, idea of freedom is always means you have to follow the freedom, but your freedom can't harm others' freedom. Like you can't say that your freedom is that you want to play a loud music in the night because it's your freedom. No, it will create a problem for your neighbors also. If they are feeling bad, you have to stop because it's disturbing the others' freedom. At the same time, you can't say that I am free to murder someone, I want to kill. No, you can't kill it, you're taking the life of other person. So there is a clash between the right of two people, where there is a clash. You have to be careful, but you have the right of personal liberty, means in your personal space whatever you want to do you can do, but without harming the other personal space also. Okay, you have to right to life, no one can kill you or murder you, because you have right to life and you can right to education, that you have a right to freedom of education, that wherever you can get and whatever education you can want to take, you can take. No one can stop you to take the education, so you are totally free to take the education. Protection against the arrest and detention of the certain cases. Yeah, protection against the arrest and detention in the certain cases. What is detention means? Let me tell you, this is clearly that right to life and personal liberty is basically talking about that. How that no one can no citizen can denied his or her life expect by the producer as laid down under the under the law, because everyone, if you are going to be arrested, you're supposed to be arrested if they have arrest warrant, and after arresting the police, you have to present in the before of the magistrate means the judge. But there is a prevention of detention. Prevention of detention means that there is also a provision of to stop the antisocial element in the society, that government have a right to arrest anyone without a warrant also. But they supposed to have a doubt that in the future you will create certain kind of the activity which will imbalance the society, or unlawful activity, or which will be a threat to the society. Means if anyone is having doubted that person is creating some might be having person that kind of person is anti-nationalist, or he is planning to set a bomb somewhere, so yeah, government can arrest you until but after 3 months they have to brought you before the advisory board, and then there will be a decision regarding you. So that is basically preventive detention, that government can arrest a person if they are thinking that person can create unlawful activity. They can imprison that person, but till 3 months they can imprison, and after that they have to present that person in front of the advisory board. And only in the case this when government have the power to stop any anti-social element, where they have the fear of safeguard, otherwise they can't use this, because this is against of the law of freedom. Thank you, have a nice day, see you in the next class.